Welcome to our demo on APTX and AdvancePro. Today I will be walking you through our inventory management system. You can keep track of all your products and materials and enter customer and vendor transactions as well. Let's dive right in. I'm going to go into aptx.pro. Now what you see here is the dashboard. So on the dashboard you can see your products, your inbound orders, or the ones that you're receiving, your outbound orders, or the ones for fulfillment, and your inventory counts. You can also see on the left-hand side panel here the modules. So from here you can see your customers, your vendors, your inbound orders, outbound orders, products, etc. So let's start with the sales order. By creating a sales order, we go to customers and sales order. From here, you can search for the customer or you can add a new customer. So from here, I can also select the warehouse I'm creating the sales order against. So you can search for the product by SKU number, by product name in any particular order. And you can also just go through the list and see what is available in stock. So let's say this flashlight right here, there's available of 36 out of the 93 in stock, this warehouse. So by clicking this, it adds the item to the order. We can add more items to the order here, and you can enter the quantity, or you can click the same item multiple times. So let me put in 3 here, and we can edit the pricing as well. So you can enter a discount if you need, or you can enter the pricing manually. On here, you can see the total amount. Let's change the view here as well. And we can print this order or save it as a PDF. It shows us a summary of the order. Then we go to place the order. And from there, the system will say that the order has been successfully created. We can accept a payment or record a payment, or we can keep this on account. Let's just accept a payment from here. This part is optional. You can capture a customer signature if it's a walk-in sale, and you can also print this as a PDF or email it to the customer. So this is a sample printout of a sales order with a signature. So from here, I'm going to hit done, and this pushes the order to the warehouse for processing. So where that goes is on the outbound orders. The sales orders go to fulfillment, and with the fulfillment process, we go through 3 stages: to pick, to pack, or to ship, or we can skip the packing stage and go directly from picking to shipping. So let's find the order here under the outbound orders list, and from here we can see the order 1814. So you can pick from the main location here, enter 3, and click pick, or we have other options here like packing and shipping. You can also print a picking slip. So this is the picking slip. I'm going to go ahead and push this to shipping. And this completes the order. The shipped order then converts that sales order into an invoice. So we can see invoices under customers, look up orders and invoices. And from here, we can switch from orders to invoices. So we can search for that under 1814. And here it is. So the status pending allows you to send this back to the warehouse if there are any mistakes on the order, or if you're completely satisfied with this order, you can push this to invoiced stage so that it goes to QuickBooks for the sync process. So with the inbound orders, we go to vendors and creating a vendor purchase order. So from here, we can select a vendor and select from the list of products that this vendor sells. So let's do item 1 and enter the quantity, 25, and select a warehouse and process. So this will then allow you to print the order, email it to the vendor, and eventually receive the item in the warehouse. So where this goes is in the inbound orders to receive. So if we go to orders to receive, we can find the orders in here and receive the quantities of the items that were shipped to you. So let's do this example here. We can receive 500 pieces of this item. So ideally, you can scan the items that you're receiving in, or you can also enter the quantity. So it won't make sense to scan 500 times. So I'm just typing it in 500, and this is where you would enter the bill number for that vendor shipment to you. So I'm just going to put in some random number here and receive. So from here, the item has been received successfully, and that vendor purchase order then gets converted into a vendor bill, which in turn goes to QuickBooks for processing. So going into the product section here of the system, if we go to manage product here, you can see a full listing of all your products, and you can also assign products into locations and transfer stocks, adjust stock quantities, etc. So let's do this example here, this earbuds. There are 151 right now in the main location. So this is the warehouse and the locations within the warehouse. So this can be racks, shelves, aisles, etc. So we have warehouse A, warehouse B, and dispatch. So let's say we want to transfer 151 items from the main location, or just a portion of this, to rack 1. All we need to do is click this transfer stock icon and go to the location. So from here, let's do rack 1 and transfer 50 pieces and put in a reason for transfer and hit proceed. So now the current quantity in main location is 101 and the quantity in rack 1 is 50. So you can also adjust quantities in these locations. So by clicking on the location name, we can put in an adjustment. So let's say 25, and reason for adjustment is to increase it. So proceed and add adjustment. Now the item is 25 pieces on rack 3 shelf A. All right, so I'm going to move to AdvancePro. AdvancePro is the desktop version of APTX, and it basically acts as the admin or the backend side of things. So ideally, your admin users or the backend users will be using this for bulk functionalities, bulk importing, bulk processing, and also for the QuickBooks side of things. So in here, it is all the same concept. We go to customers and place a customer order. That's the sales order. Go to the vendors to place a purchase order. And we go to the warehouse to do the fulfillment for picking, packing, and shipping, and also receiving the vendor orders. So APTX and AdvancePro acts in real time. So any order that you create in the system, in either system, will appear on the other platform immediately. So by going to the customers here, we can place a customer order and enter the product for that customer. So from here, you can see a list view of the items. You can also search for the items that you wish and add that to the order. There we go. So I'm doing, let's do 20 of this and 20 of this. All right, so this issues a PO number and a reference number on the customer transaction. So let's enter a price here, $50, and place the order. So again, this goes to the warehouse for picking. And because it acts in real time, this pick ticket will now also appear, 1815 will appear in the APTX environment. So let's go to orders to pick. And we can see here 1815 with 20 pieces each for this item. So this can be your warehouse manager's view of fulfilling the items, and then you can have your own administrator level view on this screen. So with regards to the QuickBooks processing, we go to QuickBooks and set the chart of accounts on here. So we have your income, asset, cost of goods sold, accounts receivable, payable, and all the other accounts in here. There is an article in our knowledge base that explains what each account represents. So from here, once we apply the accounts to QuickBooks, we can then push all the information. So only finalized transactions go to QuickBooks. Anything that is pending is going to stay on the pending status until it is finalized in the system. Right. So for the manufacturing side of things, there are more information here. So we can create assembly items and create bills of materials for the assembly items. So by going to products, view all products, and I'm going to find an assembly item by filtering. And let's look for heavy equipment ABC. By going into this item, we go to the bill of materials, and this comprises this final assembly item. We can also do substitute items so that if one product is not available, then you can substitute it for something else. So when you're creating this work order for this assembly item, it is going to take the stock quantities from the individual units and then eventually create the finished product as you complete the work order process. So with APTX, it acts the same way, and we can create the work order, select the product, and we're going to look for the same item, heavy equipment, and put in the warehouse that we're creating it in, and put in the quantity to build, and the expected date of when you need this item to be completed. So from here, I'm going to hit proceed, and the status of this work order is open. You can then see the items for this work order, and we can hit process. So this goes into the prioritization screen where that work order is going to appear. So this heavy equipment ABC is in the assembly area. If you want to process this, just check the icon and then hit next. And if there are other assembly items to be completed, you can drag and drop the sequence of the list of items to be assembled. Now, once we hit confirm, it goes to the dashboard called assembly area. Now, on the assembly area, you can see all the items being assembled, and you can see the total progress of the items being assembled. So these are some items that were at some point picked and processed, and this is the one that I've created just now. It's order 108 with heavy equipment ABC. So this is now processed, meaning the items have been reserved in the warehouse. So at this point, we can scan the items to pick them, or we can check the box here, or this icon here, so that we can pick all of the items. And then we're ready to finalize this. So by finalizing it, just enter the quantity of items to finalize and hit confirm. Now this is translated into this progress bar on top. So it's 33% completion of all the items in the assembly area. And you can expand that further here. So this item has now been fully assembled and is ready for processing to custom orders or vendor orders. If an assembly item has been created as part of a customer order, you can see that under the priority screen where it shows you which customer ordered such item. So NA means it's only being created for stock, and with the customer assigned here, it is being created for the customer. It's a made-to-order item. So when you process this and finalize the assembly item, it shows you which customer order it's for, and it pushes it automatically to the warehouse for fulfillment. So that ends the demo for APTX and AdvancePro. More on this can be found on our knowledge base, and you can also check with our support agents for any how-to questions and tutorials. Thank you, and have a great day.